With us today, we got Joe, Trigger Joe Britson.
All right, let's go.
Boom! To try to get a matchup with Ngannou. Oh, goes the win! Francis Ngannou!
So this is just a fist. When I start throwing it around, I can leave one hell of a mess. Let's dance.
Multiple occasions. Wow, it looks like they're going to swing to the very end.
And he wasn't kidding.
Wow!
It's very rare.
What a finish!
Another one.
It really poses the question, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out?
Oh my God!
My God.
Trying to take care of business, trying to get to It's a knockout!
Oh my
It's a knockout!
And it's closing in, trying to finish it, and it's over!
Because I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to whop you on that side of your face. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Buck is brought to you by Modelo.
I killed it!
Punch me right in the face, man.
And we have a new nickname. Okay, we have William Send It 7 Pearson. All right, other than that, we used to call him Willie Pete. We used to call him the Mad Russian.
For his opponent to be quicker on the catch.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby.
I think you've had enough. Noah? Now you've had enough. Bitch.
Wow! How good is this?
Finish him!
Another one.
Everybody gets triggered. It's just if you become a pansy. That's in the Book of Brawl. I think
Not surprised, motherfuckers.
You called down the thunder, well now you got it.
gotta be very careful.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Sports Betting Show with your hosts, Trigger Joe, Send It 7 Pearson, and the Big Earl. UFC, NFL, if it's on, we're betting on it.
Happy Saturday, Trash Talkers, Gruntworks Nation. Actually, wait. I know I'm the star and I opened the show, but I think Bill's got a message for somebody watching.
What's up, Georgia? You little dumbass.
There you go, you little dumbass. All right, so hey, thanks for watching. Those of you tuning in. Hey, kind of a boring week for the NFL. We already got the Pro Bowl, so we're not even going to talk about it. But we're going to go heavy on the UFC, and we're going to make some money so that we can take all of that and lose it next week on prop bets like the coin toss and safeties and shit. All right. So, anyways. I hope you're having a great weekend. Great start to it. Big shout out to our sponsors, 10th Mountain Bourbon and Veterans Mortgage Source, all right, with Zach Farkas. So go on our website, veterantrashtalk.com. All the links are there. Anytime during the show, if you go to Gruntworks Clothing or to shop.veterantrashtalk.com and put in the code VTTGW, all right, you're going to get yourself a little bit of a discount. Anyways, with us today, we still got the champ, Bill Send It 7 Pearson. All right, here he is. And then Triggered Joe Britson. These guys are really, really good at picking UFC fights. Just pay attention. You'll see me. I'll be writing this shit down because I go bets everywhere with these guys talking. All right. And just remember, if you don't have the scratch to bet, don't bet. All right. Just don't do it. We're not advocating that you should lose all your money. All right. So put a little bit of scratch that you're comfortable losing, and it just makes the fights fun. All right? I always try with during a pay-per-view, for example, right? I try to win the pay-per-view money back. Right. So if I at least win $60, I'm cool because I just paid for the pay-per-view. All right. If you got a lot of scratch, time to dump it. All right, let's go. And remember, listen for their locks. Watch out for the parlays. All right, because the parlays, they win big, but we always say it. That's why Vegas has giant buildings. All right, because parlays don't usually win because Bobby fucking Green happens to you. That's what happens.
Oh my God.
Right?
If he wasn't such a nice guy and he didn't win us money on the last one, I'd still be fucking. I still can't get that out of my head, Nick. That dude in person thought that was the funniest shit when I told him, I said, you're Bobby fucking Green in my circle because you cost us a 7-fight parlay. And he was dying. He goes, because I lost? I go, no, because you won. And he goes, that's even better. He had like the Kanye West suit on with no undershirt and gold chains and shit, but he was the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah. All right. So,
Joe and I have always walked away from fights in the green.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, like I said, we take our losses on the parlays just like most other people do too. But pay attention to their locks, all right? And then throw, it's called hedging, all right? I'm still working on Joe with how to hedge in the NFL. It's a process, all right? But like I said, there's always that second half under by this guy. Like, what the fuck is that? That can't be our last bet. All right. I'm gonna stay off Joe. All right, I'm gonna be nice to him today. All right, so. Oh, we got a squid here. What's up, Dorello? Is it Dorello or is it like Spanish with 2 L's? Does it sound like an I? Dorito? Are you a Dorito? I don't know. But hey, thanks for watching. And then we also have the Stone Vet's watching. Of course he's awake.
Of course he is.
Yeah, he's got to get awake and cut the shrooms off the cow shit in the backyard so that he can get high today. And I think he's out there in Oklahoma. Nobody pays attention to what you're doing.
He's tasting a nice sativa strain this morning a couple times. Get him going.
Yeah, exactly. But no. Go check out the Stone Vet USMC. He's got some great content, great show. And he's calling out George. All right. George still owes us a video. Not sure. I thought I have a band of kids, I think he tried to say. Yeah, I know you got like 8 of them. But hey, let's get into the fights because that's why people are watching. They're not watching to talk about your kids. All right, Stone Bet.
It's been a month.
Yeah, slow burn. Yeah, nice.
Let's go.
I like it. All right, so the first fight. All right, I recognize one of these names in my extensive research. Oh, that's another disclaimer I got to put out. Don't listen to me. Okay, in my picks, I really don't give a shit about UFC except for the money. Okay, featherweight fight, and you got Julian. Think about it. Erosa at 26-10 going against Peterson from I think he's from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Mr. Peterson, 19-9. Okay, but I think this is going to be a decision, and here's why. Because I think Peterson the whole time is just going to talk shit about Julian's name, and not really fight.
You haven't even said his nickname yet.
All right, and then I don't know his nickname. And in the third,
Bill, do you know his nickname?
Yeah, I don't know it.
Juicy J, and I'm not kidding.
Juicy Julian? Oh, nice.
Juicy J.
Nice.
I'm not joking.
Yeah. Well, so Peterson's going to make fun of him, and then in between the second and third round, like Peterson's corner is going to be like, "You're losing this fight. You know that, right? Like you got to stop talking shit and actually fight him." So I'm going to go decision 2-3. Peterson wins the third round. Prop bet for you. But let's start with the champ. Do you agree with a split decision?
Split decision is possible. For betting, I would stay away from this fight. Erosa is a -320, which I think is absolutely stupid. He should not be that heavy of a favorite.
He's been knocked out 6 times. Come on.
I would stay away from this fight. Really, I think this should be like a -120 and like a +100 fight. I'll lean towards Erosa with like a submission because Peterson's ground game kind of sucks. But like Joe said, Erosa's chin is damn near non-existent. Again, so maybe if you want to go with Peterson as your DraftKings sleeper, that's a possibility too. If you want to go that way, but betting, I would stay away from this fight. I'm picking Erosa only because he's got 4.5-inch reach advantage, which I think Peterson could probably cut that distance anyway, but I'll go with the Rosa submission.
Nice. There you have it from the champ. All right. Now, again, Joe, we call him Trigger Joe for a reason. Bill's called the champ because he has remained for over a year. All right. In a point lead over Joe. And I think we're changing the rules this week to where we're just, if you guys disagree, I'm calling the point. All right. And we're just going to do it because somehow
we'll make it. Let's make it fun to where there's a point a week.
Yeah. Or 5. You guys better get your shit together. So, Joe, what say you?
I took a deep dive on this fight, and I cannot understand the odds whatsoever. Peterson's on a 2-fight win streak. All right, it looks like he came in 4 pounds overweight. I don't know if anybody else is seeing that, but it looks like he weighed in at 149. Sometimes that's an advantage, sometimes it isn't. But he's only been finished once. He's on a 2-fight win streak, and he fights out of Fortis MMA. So I'm saying this fight's a lot closer than they're making it look. But Erosa has fought, I believe, the better competition. He's got the better wins. His last 5 are a sub against Sean Woodson. That's a solid W. He KO'd Nate Landwehr, also a quality win. Lost to Choi, but then he comes back and subs Charles Jourdain, who looked great in his last fight. So Erosa's got the skill to sub a guy. And I'm going to go with Bill on this one and say Erosa, and I'm going to go ahead and say a Darce choke in the 3rd round.
Very nice. So they're both going with Rosa.
Man, this fight's a lot closer than -320 plus 245.
Yeah. So okay.
I don't like the odds.
There you go. There you go. All right, let's move it over to the next fight. Muffin fingers back there if you're paying attention. Switch the slide. All right, we got a middleweight fight, and it's old Frank Gore. All right, coming out of retirement of the NFL to fight in the UFC. Apparently, he's fought 4 times already, because he's 4-0, and I don't know how he slipped under the radar. But if you look at this guy's traps, all right, it looks like Frank Gore. All right, this guy's got some huge muscles, and going against Battle at 7-1. And so,
would you like to hear the battle of the nicknames before you pick?
Sure.
Because Gore is Mr. Vicious, and Battle, get ready, Pooh Bear.
Stop.
Yeah, the same guy, Pooh Bear.
Stop.
The one our babies watched when they were little. Yeah, he goes by Pooh Bear.
That might change my pick to Pooh Bear because somebody raised him.
But I thought you should be informed before you make a decision.
Yeah, somebody raised this guy properly to be a fighter. Calling him Pooh Bear. But it was like I could see this guy's mom like at a high school wrestling match. Come on, Pooh Bear, and it's just like, God damn it, Mom. And then he's just like,
come on, Mom. So, yeah.
But no, I'm not going to change my pick. I'm going Gore. 1st round suplex might kill Battle. Not quite sure. But Joe, what say you?
Another fight that I took a very deep dive on. Chris, have fun with that one behind the scenes because I know you're gonna. This is really the belt for the Ultimate Fighter.
Yes.
Because Gore was supposed to fight Battle. He was out with a knee. Battle wins, and this should be for the belt. So, okay, so Battle's striking defense is my problem here. Okay, I think Battle wins in the volume, and if Gore doesn't get busy, I could see him losing a round. But he's a much more technical striker. He's got devastating power. He did. They both finished. He looked better against Urbina than Battle did. Battle took some serious damage, and I just believe that. With his striking defense, he does kind of a weird. He holds one hand up and he rolls with the other hand. And he takes a lot of punches when he does it. So I'm going to go ahead and say, these are big boys now. They're probably walking in there around 200 pounds. So I'm going to go ahead and say Gore connects with a big enough shot to change the fight in his direction. And I'm going to give Battle the respect of saying that he finishes the fight, goes all 3, but loses 29-28 to Gore. So I got Gore winning by decision. And if you want to go double chance and say decision or KO, you can do that on FanDuel because that is the only way he's beaten Battle before the distance. He's not going to sub him at all.
You hear that, FanDuel? Put your logo up there, FanDuel. All right, we're plugging you. We're plugging you right now. And DraftKings, you guys got to figure that shit out. But
so I got Gore by decision, but I understand if someone says KO. I also understand if someone goes battle by sub. But
no way.
Very close fight. But I got Gore by decision. Who you got, Bill?
This is a really tough one. My pick is different than Joe's, but I 100% would go Joe's way.
Oh,
I was in a casino right now as well. Like Joe said, man. So I went battle by sub. This is another one. If I'm doing a parlay, I'm kind of staying away from. This could really go either way. Gore's got that power, and like Joe said, battle's strike defense is suspect. And Gore could tee off on this dude and put him on them wobbly legs. So again, I went battle submission, probably late second, early third. Would I put money on it right now? No. I'll go back and forth betting on this before the fights start. So the bettors out there, if you go with Joe with a Gore decision or KO, I mean, that's an excellent bet as well. So I'm going battle submission. Both these guys haven't been fighting long enough for us to make it, a sure thing bet type of deal. And it 100% should have been the Ultimate Fighter Championship. But I'm going battle submission, and that will be my DraftKings sleeper pick.
all right. So here we go to the next fight.
Oh, God, here we go.
I don't know if I'm
so glad you go first on this one, Bill.
I don't know.
I was hoping to be you. Then I saw the order, and I was like, shit.
Yeah. So here we got Alvey at 33-16. So he's one of my favorites right from the start because he's a grandpa, and these guys hate the grandpas, although they've started to listen to the clown, started betting on the old guys. But 33, well, Allen's probably older. That's what they'll tell me. 33-16 against Allen at 17-5. Now take a look at that picture on the screen. All right, just look at it for a second, ingest it, take it in, okay? Because Alvey looks like a hunter, right? Looks like a hunter gatherer, and then Allen looks like the guys that I hang out with on Sundays golfing. All right, so I'm gonna go with Allen in this. I mean, not Allen. I'm gonna go with Alvey in the second round, and I don't know what the move's called, but it's gonna be where he sits on your back and pulls your chin up, right? And he's gonna
clutch.
He's gonna
like Aaron Sheik.
Yeah, he's gonna win by a chin clutch submission in the second round. Bill, what say you?
All right, this fucking fight. All right, Allen's a minus 425.
No way.
So I'm going with Allen on this one. But listen to me, bettors. Sam Alvey will absolutely ruin your parlay in this fight. Yeah, that's my biggest note on my paper. Alvey, ruin a parlay. Alvey's that guy that will come in who's just grimy and he'll last. Sometimes he'll get knocked out. Sometimes he'll look like a goddamn world beater. Goddamn. So I'm going I'm going Brendan Allen by decision. But he could TKO Alvey. I'm telling you, if you're doing well tonight and you're doing well betting and you want to throw some scratch on Alvey, I would do it. He's a heavy underdog and he will absolutely ruin a goddamn parlay for you.
So you got a $20. Let me put this in perspective for the dumb bettors out there. If you got like a $20 parlay on what these guys are saying, put a $5 money line bet on Alvey to kind of hedge that parlay, and then you might actually get the 400 pack, the $20 back if it happens.
I'm sure Joe's going to tell you the same thing. Alvey will ruin this parlay for you. Because Allen's not good enough to just coast through this fight either. Alvey could tee his ass up too. So I'm going Allen decision on this one, but I'm telling you, this is that hedge bet where you just throw a little scratch on Alvey to win. You could quite possibly walk away with some scratch on this one.
All right, Joe, what say you?
Okay, another week where my big upset pick gets ruined because this was supposed to be Alvey against Phil Hawes.
Yeah.
The odds would have even been longer. And I say Phil Hawes' chin was not ready after what Chris Curtis did to him.
Yes.
And Sam Alvey would have, I believe, TKO'd him. That's just my pick. But everybody's going scared money on this one because Allen, he looked good, but there's something he's got similar with Phil Hawes. he's been knocked out by Chris Curtis too recently. Okay, so Brendan Allen's coming off a fucking knockout. Let's remember that. He's got 5 knockouts and 17 wins, which means I'm not scared of his power if I'm Sam Alvey, and Sam Alvey won't be. And Sam Alvey has been the fucking rustler killer his whole career. And what's Brendan Allen do best? He wrestles. Sam Alvey has fought in the UFC for 42 years. He's won 6-1 in his last 7 fights.
He's due.
He's lost 2 split decisions. The draw, I believe he won. So I believe he should be 3-3. He's fought everybody. He's not ruining my fucking parlay this Saturday because I'm taking Alvey by knockout. I said it. That's
Whoa, Alvey by knockout. All right, that's awesome. So
it's a great bet.
I think Brendan Allen's chin, and go ahead and put $20 on Sam Alvey by knockout on FanDuel. Before the show's over, I'll tell you what it pays out real quick. Hang on.
Yeah,
but I'll get back to that later. But I'm going to go ahead and just say that when Allen fought Soriano, I watched his striking. It was remedial. He never really hurt Soriano or opened him up. They went 3 rounds. And the biggest difference was he had the length on Soriano. He doesn't have the length on Alvey, and Alvey can fucking bang. That's one thing he's always been able to do is swat. And I think that Allen coming off of a knockout loss to a smaller guy like Chris Curtis than Sam Alvey, I think he fucking eats one and gets wobbly legged, and Alvey finally wins one.
Alvey's just a grimy fighter, man. And
it's a lose-lose situation for Allen to take this fight, and I respect him for taking it. But he's supposed to win this fight, and he very well could lose. So I'm going to go ahead and take the underdog on this one and go with my gut and say Alvey by KO.
All right, there you have it. So Mark Kershaw on the chat thread. I don't know if that's the same Mark Kershaw because I can't see your picture from 2P, but if it is, what's up, bro?
What's up, brother?
He forgot. He didn't wake up yet. So he's like, did they go gore or battle? Well, this will throw you off a little bit. They split on that one. All right. So make the right pick, Mark. All right, let's go. Let's go to the next one. We got a welterweight fight. And we got Rachmanov at 14-0 versus Harris at 17-4. Now, if you've listened to the clown picks before, I never go against the Eastern Bloc. All right. Never. Okay, so those guys are raised tough. They're raised to like kill wolves and shit. All right, like with their bare hands. If people thought the movie 300 is just a movie, that's what those kids do, right? Like, but not the Greeks anymore. They get whatever. We can talk about George later. George Pardos. We'll leave him out of it. But I'm gonna go with Rachmanov by absolute destruction of Harris because he's from the Eastern Bloc and hasn't eaten in 3 years. So that's where I'm going with that. Joe, what say you on this fight?
First of all, this one is it should be the co-main, and I believe this one's probably going to be the fight of the night, if not Battle and Gore. It's a surprising one because of how good of a prospect Harris is, and they're putting him in there with Rachmanov. You usually don't see 2 prospects this high up meet each other at this point. So, man, Rachmanov's got the length, but so does Harris, and Harris can bang. I say it's a pretty even fight through 1.5, and Rachmanov says, "Fuck this, we're going to the ground," and that's where he is a step above this guy. And I believe that's where he wins the fight. And I got Rachmanov by 2nd round submission.
All right. The champ, what say you?
Very similar. Definitely taking Rachmanov on this one. I also put my little note. If you're doing a parlay, you want to get some little bit better odds. You can also take the under on this one. The under 2.5. It's for sure going to hit. There's no way this fight goes the distance.
I highly doubt it.
Yeah. So
Rachmanov is 14-0 with 7 KOs and 7 submissions.
Yeah. So
he's never seen 3 rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I'm doing my parlay, I'm actually going to take the under 2.5 on this one. I agree. Harris is a great prospect. I don't think he's quite ready for Rachmanov yet. Rachmanov is just on a tear. So I'm taking Rachmanov. just like Joe said, to be honest with you. I think they're going to start banging for a while, and Rockermouth's going to get tired of it, and then just get him on the ground and just submit his ass. So I'm going to rock him up early second, late first round, to be honest with you. But take on my parlay that I'll post on Send to Sevens page later, I'm going to take the under 2.5 on this one.
All right, so there you have it. They agree on this one. Rockmanoff and Joe is going to go a little safe and just say decision on his parlay, and then Bill's saying take the under. All right, so pay attention on that one.
Actually, I said submission.
Did you say sub? I thought you said decision. Okay, so
sub second round.
All right, so both of these guys don't think it's going. All right, so we got submission second round. I like it. Sound off the sirens, Joe, as soon as we can make enough money to buy Chris a keyboard or whatever so he can do that muffin fingers back there. But we got the next fight is a middleweight fight. And you got Soriano at 8-1 versus Maximov, all right, at 7-0. Now, I was trying to research this, but I got a little bogged down. Where's Maximov from?
He trains with Nick Diaz.
Where's he from, though?
He's American. He trains.
And his name's Maximov?
Yep. Hang on, let me get you the full deets.
Yeah, that makes it a little easier for me because
Nick is his first name, to be precise with you.
I mean, so he's got two,
but he fights out of the Nick Diaz Academy.
He's got two great names, right? Nick and then Maximov. All right, so it's tough to pick against this guy, and that's why I like the way I picked this. I got Soriano, all right, and he's gonna win because he's gonna have a little bit of cocaina, all right, and he's gonna throw it in his eyes, okay, just like Bloodsport, okay, and nobody's going to see it until the replay, and then the fight will get overturned the next day. But for betting wise, Soriano's going to take it, all right, and then the bookies are going to pay you out before the decision. But I'm going to call cocaine to the eyes for a win for Soriano. Bill, you see it going that way?
No. I think Joe and I are going to agree on the winner of this one. We might disagree on the finish. So Maximov, Joe and I already talked about this. Maximov is going to be my DraftKings sleeper on this one. I think Maximov pulled this one off. Soriano's, I think latest was minus 190, I think, depending on which odds you're looking at. I think Maximov pulls this off, and I think it's going to be a decision. I think Maximov pulls off a decision in this one. I think 29-28. I just think Soriano's going to, excuse me, I think Soriano's going to get frustrated with Maximov in this fight. And I think Maximov's crafty enough to drag him into those deep waters in that third round. So I'm taking Maximov by decision and also my DraftKings sleeper.
Bill, Joe, are you drinking? I know I was trying to be nice to you, but what are you drinking? What was that? What was that?
That was seltzer water.
Seltzer. Hey, I like it. You guys seen that movie? I know I'm going to get off topic here because that's what I do. But have you seen the movie Pickled yet with Seth Rogen?
Negative.
Oh, it's like it's a crap movie, but it's funny. It's on HBO Max, I think. But he tells his wife in like 1800s, like Pakistan or Uzbekistan, he says, one day I'd be rich enough to buy you seltzer water with the bubbles. So I'm glad that Joe has made it to the top because he is drinking bubbly seltzer water instead of that hot dog flavored Detroit tap water. So way to go, Joe. Glad you made it. Who do you got in this fight?
Drinking that seltzer Flint water.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of experts that once again aren't out picking Bill and I, and I will say it again, the only difference that they don't know who we are yet is because they don't know who we are. But once they figure it out, they'll realize they're picking wrong. But anyways, everyone's going with Soriano. Everybody I've watched. I think there's something people are forgetting is where this kid comes out of, this Maximov. He's got the size on him. Size didn't really work real well for him against Brendan Allen. Soriano looked like shit in that fight. And it was because he was the smaller guy, which he is again. Maximov's got a reach advantage. I believe he's the better grappler. Soriano's gas tank was in question in that 3-round fight against Allen. He didn't have it in the 3rd round to fight back, and that's why he lost. So I think Maximov grinds him and wins the decision. I got it just like Bill does, 29-28, possibly 30-27 if he gets the takedown early in the 1st round. he could just not let him up. And that will tire him out trying to fight off takedowns. And he didn't look real good against Brendan Allen. He couldn't connect. He had real big, wide looping punches that were predictable. There were one-time shots, no combos. I just wasn't impressed with him, his fight IQ, and I think he's a little overhyped for how young he is. And I'm going to take Maximov, the fact that he hasn't been defeated. He's coming out of Nick Diaz's camp. He's going to be solid on the ground. He rolls with some of the best black belts in the world. So I'm going to go ahead and say Maximov by decision. And he is going to be my DraftKings sleeper also.
All right. There you have that one. They both agreed on it. So might be somewhere.
We're the only show doing that right now. So we'll have to remember to cut this up and throw it in their fucking faces when we're right.
If it happens, yeah. So let's go here to the main event. All right. You got a middleweight fight. You got Hermansson at 22-6 versus Strickland at 24-3. Now, I struggled with this one with my research, so I just had to go by first name. All right. You got Home Run Jack versus a guy named Sean. All right. And seeing as I don't know how to actually spell Sean the right way, I don't know if you use an H or do you make it EAN? I mean, nobody really knows. So I'm going to go Jack. All right. First round knockout because he's called Home Run Jack. And I just coined that. You can trademark it. It is what it is. Home Run Jack, first round knockout. Joe, what say you?
I do not have that. You're
going to lose all your money.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you right now, Strickland's my pick here, and I'm going to roll with him as one of my locks also. I think that Hermansson's a jiu-jitsu fighter. I don't think he is. He is a jiu-jitsu fighter. His stand-up it's horrible compared to what Strickland's going to do. Strickland's got that volume. Hermansson covers up when he's in trouble. And if he does that with Strickland, he's going to get pity-patted with about 15 significant strikes. And I'm not saying they're going to end the night, but they're going to add up. And I got Strickland winning this one by decision. His gas tank is always good. I mean, the last fight he had that went the distance, he was yelling at the guy, "Why won't you go down?" while he was punching him, talking shit to him. Like, Strickland's a nutbag, man. He's crazy in there. He does that Diaz shit where he'll sit there and have a conversation while hitting you. I don't think Hermansson is on his level. I think Strickland's probably going to be in line for a title eliminator shot after this. And he blows through Hermansson, wins 4-1 by unanimous decision.
There you go. Now, those of you watching for the first time, Trash Talkers and Gruntworks Nation, I pay very close attention to what these guys do. In fact, what they're drinking. All right. In fact, what is behind their back wall. Right. Like, I made fun of Bill for weeks about being in a trailer because that looks like he's like in a construction trailer, like where he's a foreman. Right. And like, see that little window? That's where all the guys, all the people he picked up from freaking Home Depot are working out there. Right. So he's got all those guys. But are you drinking a canned like Bloody Mary this morning?
Who, me?
That? Yeah. What is that?
I'm drinking a peach mango bang.
Okay. That's even better. All right.
Sassy.
So again, we got Joe with the bubbly water, all right, because he doesn't want to drink the hot dog flavored water, and then we got the bang. What is it?
Hey man, that's Flint.
Strawberry.
That's Flint that has the problem.
We did our Friday night shows. There already be 3 sheets to the window already.
Exactly.
So this
Fuck.
is actually better.
Look at this, Nick.
Yeah. Look at that. Pinky's up in here.
I got the country club.
Now,
swing.
Joe, if you actually paint that wall behind you green, you don't even have to buy a green screen, and then you can.
That's what Kevin said.
Yeah, you can do it now. Kevin and I are geniuses. All right, the Celtic Warrior. Make sure you follow his page.
Hey, he went ahead and got robot legs. Just so you know, Kevin, we love you, buddy. Hope you're recovering good. Kevin got a total knee replacement.
The Stone Vet asked what I'm drinking. Stone Vet, I am drinking what every man drinks in the morning. It's coffee. Okay, but it is almost alcohol time in the Eastern time zone where Joe's at, so he's got to start getting prepped up for the trash talk hour. But here I am stepping all over Bill again. Bill, what you got in the main event?
Light off the alarm. Exact same thing.
Hey.
Strickland decision, and Strickland is also my lock. No need to keep saying what Joe said. I think Strickland is just going to out cardio this dude, and he's going to walk in and just tee him up for 5 rounds. And he's right. Hermansson has a tendency to turtle, and he's going to try to take this to the ground because he doesn't want to stand and bang with Strickland. Strickland's good enough to get back up and possibly better than Hermansson in some cases on the ground, to be honest with you. But yeah, Strickland's just going to circle the cage the whole time and just tee this guy up. I toyed with a finish on this one, but I'm sticking with Strickland on decision for sure. I'm with Joe. He'll probably win 4-1. Hermance is just not on his level. And Joe put it best is Strickland. He gets in that ring. He turns into that Nick Diaz psychopath. You're going to see it at least a couple times. I say third, fourth round, where he's going to be talking shit while he's just throwing 15, 16 strikes at him. So
he socked a
Strickland
training
decision.
partner in the face in a gym video. It's all over YouTube. Because the guy twisted a submission too hard, like literally rocked the guy. He's like, I got a fight coming up, asshole. You can't be turking that. Like, the guy's like, you hit me in the face, man. Like, he's nuts. I like this guy.
Actually, I might turn on the TV for this one. Then I might throw on the main event with the ribeyes on the grill. Now, again, you got to start investing money to buy. I think steaks are at market price in restaurants now with chicken wings. Like, so it's pretty bad with the FJB stuff going on. But all right, let's get to the real talking points. All right, we're gonna start with Bill. He's the champ. All right, we're gonna go with his locks, his parlays, whatever, and the DraftKings sleeper. Champ, what do you got?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna give you a couple parlays. You can swing and make one long one, or you can do a couple shorter ones. My locks are gonna be Rachmanov and Strickland. My DraftKings sleeper we talked about earlier, Maximov. Now, if you want to string some parlays together, take John's Castaneda. Take the over on that one. David Duvudu versus Trezano, however you want to say the name. Take the over on that one. And then you go to the early card. Davis Stolienko is a female fight. Take the over on that one too. That one's definitely going the distance. None of those girls have the power to do anything. And then the first fight of the night, Gordon and Bonder. I got Bonder to finish that one, but definitely take that one in your parlay too. If you want to go money line, take Bonder. If you want to get a little ballsy, take Bonder to submit him on that one. And then if you want one extra one, just to do a long parlay to make some extra scratch. Also, Barriot, take that fight to go over 2.5 as well.
Who's that? Which fight?
Barriot.
Marc-Andre Barriot against Chidi Njoku.
So Njoku and Andrade, but take the Andrade person. Got it. Boom. All right, so there you have it. You got your locks are Rachmanov and Strickland, and then you got all kinds of parlays there. So you might have to rewind it to watch it. And then your DraftKings sleeper is Maximov, right?
Yeah. And a lot of my parlays are taking the overs.
Yeah, and then what's that other fight you called the under on was in the main card was
the
Rachmanov Harris, yeah. So you said take the under on that. All right, there you have it from Bill. All right, so get your bets in locked with Bill. And again, if you go to Send It 7's Facebook page at Send It 7, he posts his picks. All right, so you can actually not call the bullshit on it. Joe, what say you?
All right, Strickland is a lock. Rachmanov is a lock. And look, with the way Stolienko looked in her last fight, I'm going with the grizzled veteran Alexis Davis as one of my locks also. I think this girl that she's fighting is trash, and Alexis Davis is going to grind her out to a decision. I like Bill's call on the over on that one. So those are my 3 locks. My DraftKings sleepers are Sam Alvey and Nick Maximov. And if you want to go Steven Peterson, sounds like his nickname should be Steven. I sound like I murdered my wife Peterson. Is that
right?
Anybody else feeling that? Okay.
Yeah, I got there.
But he'd be another good play for an underdog. But my parlay is going to be Alexis Davis, Dawodu. Those are my 2 prelims, and then I'm going to go Rachmanov and Strickland. And I'll probably throw in a couple of parlays where I put Maximov or I put Alvey in there. So, and Alvey's, I just got him. If you take him by knockout, he's plus 650 right now by knockout.
I'll take that all day, to be honest with you.
Right. There we go. That is my parlay. I'll say it one more time is Alexis Davis, Dawodu, Rachmanov, and Strickland. I like those 4 fighters. I've been having good luck with them. And if you want to get cute in there and pick, Strickland to go decision, the odds are going to get better. If you want to say Rachmanov goes the under, I'm sure the odds are a little bit better. Bill's been having really good success with those over-under bets lately. So listen to those, listen to the finishes. If we call a finish, bet the under. but there's some good money to be made. These are just some good matchups. So I think we're up for a pretty solid week here.
Awesome. Yeah. Like I said, we got to make a bunch of money so that when I'm talking shit next week, we can put like $500 on a safety because something stupid is going to happen in the Super Bowl because the Bungles are playing. All right. Okay. Well, there you have it. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Bill, for your locks and helping these guys make some money. If you missed it, go to our YouTube channel or just go on the Facebook pages and press rewind. Okay. And you can watch all these picks. I have to watch it like 6 times because I get drunk drinking my Baileys and coffee and I forget what I scribble, and I don't know who they said, like, how do you spell do? I don't know. Like, I have to figure out who they said. Anyways,
just think of a new car company. It's a Dawadu.
Yeah. I was thinking more like a chamois cloth. So
it's the Sprite by Dawadu.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So pay attention. All right. 1400 Eastern time. We're coming at you with the Trash Talk Hour, and we got a West Point officer retired. So this should be really fun. All right. But no, it's Ryan Wempe. He is the CEO of Chummy Vet Apparel. So he decided to do something that no other veteran has done and sell clothing. All right. And so it's gonna be super
Was
cool.
Coffee not available?
Yeah, right.
Kidding.
Coffee must have been available. That being said, we also sell shirts, okay? Because that's what veterans do. You get out and you sell shirts. All right. So you go to gruntworksclothing.com or you go to shop.veterantrashtalk.com and put in the code VTTGW from this show, and you will get yourself a little discount on the apparel that we have. And like Bill is showing, if you wear that shirt, to quit being a triggered pansy, all right, you will save lives. Okay, because people they will come talk to you, and then you'll explain it to them that, hey, you're gonna get triggered. Don't become a pansy about it. Just get mad and get over it.
And right? If you hit the weight pile enough, Dave, and can stretch out the sleeves in an extra large, they look sexy. That's all I'm saying. Dave
buys mediums. All right, we have the proof. So whenever he tries to flex, just
what you wearing there? A large? I didn't think so.
But Dave, or your boss will tell you to change it. Yeah, that's true. The Stone Vet wore that shirt to work and got sent home. So that was phenomenal. That shirt.
Why weren't we on CNN?
Yeah, that
racist.
That boss alone got so triggered, he actually sent you home for wearing the shirt. I love it. So we'll see you at 1400 Eastern time for the Trash Talk Hour. All right, it's our signature show. It's awesome. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for stopping by, San Diego, Whale's vagina.